Viktor Gyökeres is not good enough for Manchester United according to football Twitter. But let's be real, just a few months ago, some people were calling him one of the best strikers in the world. So let's settle the debate. Just how good is Viktor Gyökeres, and should Manchester United go for him this summer? He's coming off an absolutely ridiculous season for Sporting that saw him score 54 goals and 12 assists in 52 matches. I don't care what league you're in, those are insane numbers, and everyone knows just how badly Manchester United needs goals in this team. If you look at what his strengths are, he's strong, he's fast, he times his runs in behind really well, and he seems to be decent at hold-up play, and obviously he's a great goal scorer. And if we're looking at weaknesses, what jumps out to me is that his first touch doesn't seem the most reliable, and I worry about his ability to play in tight spaces, which is going to be really important in the Premier League. On top of that, he's surprisingly bad in the air for someone of his stature, and he also has a tendency to drift wide a little bit and leave the middle empty. He's definitely not your typical poacher. So now that we know all that, does he fit Manchester United, and should they sign him? In my opinion, Viktor Gyökeres would be an elite striker for teams that defend well and like to hit teams in transition. Think Aston Villa or Nottingham Forest. He's a player that thrives when there's big spaces to attack, but I think Amarim's goal is to pin teams deep in their half and dominate possession, which means Gyökeres is going to have way less room to work with, and his ability in small spaces is going to get tested. All that being said, I keep going back to the absurd amount of goal contributions this guy has. I know he can't replicate that in the Premier League, but even if he drops 50%, those are still really good numbers. For me, it ultimately comes down to the price. Sporting have tried to say that they want 80 million euros for him, which is an absolute no-go. But if United can talk them down to something like 65 million euros, which is about 55 million pounds, I think you take that deal. At the end of the day, this is a striker that's going to guarantee you goals, and Amarim is super familiar with him from his days at Sporting. But what do you guys think? If you're Manchester United, do you sign Viktor Gyökeres, or are there better alternatives on the market?